Good evening. I'd like to call the Board of Public Works to order. Today is June 6th. Clerk, may we have the roll call?
Alderman Rapella.
Present.
Alderman Nichols.
Here.
Alderman Eisenach.
Here.
Alderman Sevenick.
Here.
Alderman Hammond.
Here.
Alderman Schmidt.
Here.
Alderman Tom Grady.
Here.
Alderman Ted Grady. All are present.
Thank you. First item we have is minutes to approve. Is there a motion? Oops, I put you on, you turned it off.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the Board of Public Works meeting on May 16th of 2022.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded by Alderman Ted Grady. Any additions or corrections? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Those minutes are approved. Item D is discussion and action items. First item we have is for a street use application for Twisted Piston Scholarship Cruise-In, which will take place on August 18th, if we approve, between 12 and 10 p.m. Is there a motion to allow for the street use application? Alderman Schmidt.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to approve the street use application for Twisted Pistons Scholarship Cruise In on Thursday, August 18th, 2022, from noon to 10 p.m. for the Twisted Pistons Incorporated.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded by Alderman Tom Grady. Anything further? I did push it, Randy,
Okay, gotcha.
but you turned it off.
Well, now it's turned back on again.
Okay.
Yes, I just would like some clarification. I think the Twisted Pistons does a nice job. I sat next to Nick during the scholarship presentation on Tuesday. I'm just kind of confused with the map that they are displaying on here, and would just like some clarification. I know Laura did some quick work on Race to Lake during our meeting, but not on Twisted Pistons. So I'm just like some clarification on it.
I guess I can direct that either to the chief or Laura.
Thank you. Yeah, the Twisted Pistons event has been going on, I believe, for 10 years plus. They have a pretty well-oiled, machined process. They do a lot of
No pun.
staging. Yeah. Good one. So they do a lot of the staging in the parking lots off of Chute Street, and then they I think it's, I forget what time, 2 o'clock or maybe even a little bit earlier than that, they all kind of have a procession into Main Street. They park along Main Street and then close Main Street. So the event itself is on Main. So the traffic back and forth you see kind of shows how people can still get in and out in some of these avenues. So I think typically they've come down Taco and then into Main Street. When we did sit down with them, we did let them know that there is going to be an increased amount of traffic on Taco because of the Racine closure. So they had some staging and some backups, and I shouldn't say backups, it's just congested in the past, and they were gonna try and make some modifications to account for that with the increased traffic on Taco. I don't know if Chief has anything else to add, but.
Is that good, Randy?
I'm just trying to understand the map. So in other words, Gunderson could kind of get out towards the, going south and going along the canal kind of, and then pop up through Jitters to get out.
Correct.
Okay.
And then anybody that lives down near the marina should be able to get out Chute Street, so there's a closure on either end of that. They can go down Mill, loop back around near the marina and up and out Chute Street.
Okay.
So those residents would be able to exit and enter as needed.
Okay. So has this really changed from from prior years?
No, it has not.
Okay.
The Chute Street thing hasn't it? But anyways.
Yeah. So no.
Good.
I mean, I think they do a nice job with it. I was just a little confused by their map. So that was about it. So I'm done.
Thank you, Alderman Rapella. Alderman Nichols.
Thank you.
My question doesn't have to do with the event so much as the notification of request to close the city street that they included that must be being sent to residents. Is that form provided by the city, or is that something they made up?
That form is provided by the city.
Great.
And
I,
that,
I love that it's included in the packet. I've never seen it before. And I really hope that the next event does that same sort of thing.
So the Race the Lake does not anticipate closing any roads, so that would be why they would not have that
Okay.
same notification form required.
All right, I think
It's
the
only for the
one,
closure.
okay, I think the one I'm thinking of then is the one that races, the bike race thing.
That's the Race the Lake. Yep, they are not having any road
Oh.
closures.
Have they in the past?
Not that I, maybe, well,
Sort of.
Okay.
There were some lane closures, so like Racine Street Bridge, for example, was closed to southbound traffic. So there were some closures, but they really weren't impactful to residents. All the streets are still accessible, and the bikes are pretty much riding with traffic throughout the entire event.
Okay. I'm thinking of one that we've had complaints
Oh,
about.
I know what you're talking about, the Autogrensky or
Yes.
Diablo or.
Diablo,
We've
that's
had
the
it
one.
3 different names over the last 20
Okay.
years. That is one that, yes, we have had some concerns and issues, but that's,
Okay.
I don't even think that's on the agenda yet for special events this year, so we haven't heard anything from them.
All right, thank you.
and Alderman Nichols, you are correct, and I know that when I was part of the Otto Grunsky bike races in town, we used to take the flyers physically to all the neighbors that were going to be affected. So that's been a regular process, it's just that we haven't seen it in our packet, so, and that's nice to have. Anything further? We do have a motion and a second. Anything further? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That is approved. With that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn, seeing we have no further business. Oh, we did? Oh, yeah, I'm so far ahead of myself here. You know why? Because I scrolled ahead. So, okay, so the next one is, oh boy, now I got, item 2, I know, but never mind. When you click that thing, then everything goes, you know. So, but anyways, so item 2 then is the street use application for Race the Lake, Sunday, August 21st. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion, please. I'll make a motion to accept the street use application of Race the Lake, Sunday, August 21st, 2022, from 7 to 9 a.m., provided that Laura shares with the public her corrections.
Is there a second? Second. Motion's been made and seconded by Alderman Ann Schmidt. Go ahead, Laura.
thank you. So what Alderman Rapella is referring to is when the public comment was made, I did email all of you an updated route map. When we met with them, we did note at that time that the route was not going to be able to run as previously going down Main Street to Racine, just due to the closure. So they are going to be heading north on Taco, and then will be taking Third to the east, Third Street East, and continuing out of town from there.
And will that be,
Go ahead.
will that be closing off a lane on Taco and Third, or will that be just, I don't think we have bike lanes put up yet.
Yeah, no, there will be no lane closures. They operate just as any other bike that would drive down the road.
Okay,
We did talk to them about that, just because we haven't had a lot of experience with doing that, as far as like, do you cone off a lane, do you do that?
sure.
And the only place they do that is when they're heading out on 10 and 114 towards High Cliff. Then they do it for that, just because that's a 55-mile-an-hour
Sure.
road. But otherwise, they have not seen the need in other municipalities that they've done it for in the past.
Okay, and even though that they are aware of that there's an increase of traffic on Third and Taco, but this will be on a Sunday, so it shouldn't be too difficult.
At that time of the day, yeah, we did have quite a few discussions as far as different routes that they potentially could take, and collectively, we thought this was the safest route.
Okay, all right. Thank you. I had just came up with down Main to Milwaukee to First.
Yeah.
And then north on Racine, but that,
Lots of turns.
yeah, lots of
uh,
turns.
Right.
Gotcha. Thank you.
All right, anything further? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Hey, we got it right this time. With no further business, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? We are now adjourned. Thank you.